Okay, so some things have changed in the store. So what's consigning look like with me now? In order to show you that, I've got some new stuff in the store and we're gonna go ahead and go through it together. The first set that I'm gonna do is somebody who wants their items returned, which at the end of their consignment period, which will be 90 days since they've chosen that option. That means they'll come in, I will print them a SKU sheet, and they will come and grab those items. Thankfully, I move items to a clearance rack at the end, and so all of those items are generally in one place, so that makes it super easy for them and takes a little stress off of me. So let's go ahead and go through that person's items. I'm only gonna do one box from that person, and then we'll switch over to somebody who wants us to donate any items that don't sell. Let's get started. All right, so the first thing I do when somebody comes in is I grab my Sharpie, giant Sharpie, and I label their box. I do this for two reasons. One, the system that I have in place right now, if you want your items back to you, is I give you a call when your items are expired and you come and get your items. So what I do is I like to keep this box with their number on it. I'll show you that number real quick. Keep this box with their number and then put any items that we're not going to put on the floor back in here, set it with their number, call them when their stuff is expired. And because they want their items back, what I do is quality check it. I quality check everybody's stuff, but this stuff I check like right away because I want to put it in this box so it doesn't get mixed up with anything else. But even still, I tag everything with their consignor number. I chose to tag with consignor numbers because I don't want people's personal information on the floor. And a consignor number is just a good thing for me to go by, not something a consignor needs to be worried about remembering or anything like that. So we'll go ahead and quality check this box. So when I quality check items, I'm going to go ahead and turn you a little bit. When I quality check items, what I'm really looking for is no stains, no rips, tears, stuff like that. So we'll go through. I like to look especially around the collar. Then I go through and I look at the bottom. I don't want any fraying hems. If we've got fraying hems, then that means that shirt's going to fall apart and we don't want that. I always look at the back as well. Oddly enough, children get a lot of stuff on the back of their clothes. Not sure how that happens, but it does. So I always check the back as well. This shirt is super cute and in very good condition. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down here, grab a tag. These are the tags that I use to put the sticker on when I'm ready to price that item. So this makes that super easy for me too. All I do is take this tag, take my Sharpie again. Usually it's a thin Sharpie. My son lost that one, so we're going to use the thick one. And again, put their consignor number right on the back. And this is something people see when they're in the store. They see that number. It doesn't mean anything to anybody but me, really. So put their number on the back. Because it's this thick Sharpie, I'm going to blow on it. Quick and easy. Set that down. I need my tag gun, so I'm going to go ahead and grab that and I'll be right back. Okay, got my tag gun. Take this tag that I just put their consignor number on, find the armpit of the right side of the garment, because when we hang that up, the right side is what's facing out. So this just means the tag is easily visible for customers when they come in. They don't have to like dig around on the garment for it. Go ahead and push my needle gun through. Tag, make sure that it went all the way through. There we go. That item is ready to be hung up to be tagged. Well, priced. It's been tagged. So, super cute shirt. I just go through the rest of this box exactly like that. So okay, so I got an item which is super cute. However, it's got some fraying, and it's got fraying to the point where it's actually beyond just this portion. It's already started to loosen up the seams right here. I it is a Batman sweatshirt. So in this situation, because other than this one piece, it's in really good condition. It's very nice. It's going to be perfect for somebody. What I do is I still tag it with their number, and then I take it home and I attempt to fix it. I am an amateur at best sewer, but I have hand sewn quite a few things. So if I can get this tightened and then secure these pieces in the back that are fraying, that's kind of hard to see with the sun. These pieces in the back, if I can get them secured, I will go ahead and put a number on it and price it and put it on the floor. If I can't fix it, then it will go back in this box. But I always tag everything with a consignor number because I don't want anything to get lost. Okay, this is another good thing to show. This goes with these pants. This, in this consignor's box, was folded together, so I knew it was a set. We really appreciate that because A, it's so much faster for us to get it tagged and priced and on the floor, and B, things that are in sets just tend to sell faster. So I have a consignor who just goes through and pairs super cute outfits together, and that's how she wants them sold, and so that's how we sell them. Other people, just the outfits, how they came to them from the store is what they look for, and we really appreciate that. And Paw Patrol, super popular right now, so this is an excellent item. So we're just gonna, again, look for all the same things. Unfortunately, even if it's something that we know is a really good item and sells well, if it's not in good condition, I still won't keep it. But we're gonna go ahead and check this, and this looks like it's in really good shape actually. So sometimes pajamas even can come in, and they're, you know, kids love their pajamas. I remember specific nightgowns that I loved as a child, and they were wrecked by the time I grew out of them. So sometimes pajamas are a little rough, but these look like they're in really good condition. The pants are a little bit faded just from wear, but it's not anything that's damaging. It's not going to fall apart on anybody. So that looks like it's in really good shape. With items like this, what I do is I pretty much immediately grab a hanger because I want to make sure that this outfit stays together, and I don't want to use a million tags on things, so I will just immediately hang sets on a hanger. So I'll go grab a hanger and go on from there. All right, got my hanger. With stuff like this, when it's long pants, I go ahead and just fold it and loop it over the hanger. I'm sure this is what a lot of us do at home for our two-piece sets. This gets tagged as a two-piece set, so it says right on the tag, two-piece set, so people know that there's a bottom with it, or sometimes I do that for like hats or bows that match that outfit. And then also if it's like shorts, I have these little clips that I use to hang on the hanger and then clip the shorts too, because shorts fall out really easily. Long pants, not so much. Now on something like this, I'm going to look a little bit in sunlight, because in right this, it looks fairly good. I don't see any stains, but white, I don't know what it is about white. That is so hard to tell stains on. And so I always look at it in the sun and just double check that my eyes aren't playing tricks on me. Okay, that looks good. These shorts, an example of shorts. So this is a two-piece set with shorts. So we're gonna grab a hanger with clips. Double check them, they look good. And that is so cute. Okay, got my hanger with my clips. I hang the clips from these just because it will limit how much it moves, and if I put them down here, they like slide all over the place and they'll bunch together, and Up here, it limits how much they move, and so I really like that. One of the reasons I like Sharpie and where I use that instead of something else is because I can tell when it's dry. Sometimes even pens, like ballpoint pens, you'll think that it's dry, but it's really not, and it will transfer. If I ever use a ballpoint pen, I always run my finger across the number, A, to get up any liquid that's still not dry, or B, to make sure that it is dry. With Sharpie, you can just watch it go from shiny to matte, and so it's just so much easier to tell when it's dry. And that's ready to be priced. Okay, so these two items were kind of sort of close to each other in the box. So what I do when I'm not sure if it's an outfit is I check A, the tag, and B, the size. So this is, looks like Aw Baby. Tag's kind of faded, but it's got a very specific looking tag. It's got like some fleur-de-lis designs around it, a blue mark, and clearly some writing in the center, but it's really faded. And then the size over here is 2 to 3. And so then I just go to the skirt and I check the tag. So I know that this is not an outfit because this tag is Chanel girl, I don't know, girl, size 8. So clearly not an outfit. So these things get tagged separately. And this skirt was on top of that shirt, and there was another thing below it that could be an outfit for it as well. So I'll double check that as well. I try not to spend a whole lot of time on this, simply because it takes a lot of time, and I want to get stuff out on the floor for my consignors as fast as possible. So if I don't find it pretty quickly, then it just gets tagged by itself. So we'll go ahead and tag this after I look at the whole thing. These are super cute, a little skirt. Love that. Kids' clothes are so cute. Now, right before I'm tagging, I see that there are some frayed bottoms. Again, this is super cute, and I know somebody's going to love it. So I'm going to tag it with the consignor's number, and then I'm going to take it home and just see if I can secure that these stitches. I'm not seeing any loosening anywhere else along the stitches, but I am seeing quite a few frays. So I'm going to go home, see if I can fix it, and then bring it back. And I know that that probably seems like a lot of work, taking it home, trying to fix it, stuff like that. But, you know, people bring their stuff to me because it's still in good working condition. And, you know, if it's a fray like that and it's an easy fix, then why not try? And that something like that is super cute. And I know somebody would love it, and I know somebody will buy it. And so I want to get it out on the floor because that's a benefit to the consignor. If it's something that I like know is not within the realm of my capabilities, then it will stay in the box. But if I can fix it, I'm gonna go the extra mile and try to fix it as a benefit to my consignors. All right, had to take a little caffeine break, talk to a customer. So we're back at this shirt with possibly a match in here. So this is what it was on top of, so I'm definitely going to check that. And this is also not an outfit. This is Vanilla Star Girls, size 7, so not an outfit. But this shirt is super cute, 3/4 length sleeve, ruffles on the front, loving some ruffles. And it's, I saw over here, Swanky Baby Vintage. So it's got a little bit of a larger or swank or something like that. Swan, not sure, something baby vintage. So I will look that brand up so that I get it right on the tag, see what things are going for. But now I have a tag to go off of. I can take a picture of it, search it that way. So we're gonna get this tagged and move on. has pockets, I tend to flip it inside out and just make sure that there's no holes in the pockets, stuff like that. It's a little bit extra, but I want to make sure everything's in good condition. Okay, this is a really good box. I've got a lot of examples here, which is totally awesome. Okay, so this outfit, this particular material, it is, I don't know if it says, but I recognize this material whenever I see it. This material pills very easily, so it'll get like little, basically fuzzies of the fabric that have balled up, and while it's in great condition outside of that fact, I just know that this particular fabric does that. So what I do in this case is, because it's still in really good condition and I know that butterflies, somebody's going to love it, I will just mark it a little bit lower. Also, it's a Wonder Nation brand. So the thing about Wonder Nation is that is typically a Walmart brand, and we've got, oh my goodness, I think 3 Walmarts in the area. 2 of them specifically sell clothing. One of them is just a market. So this is something that you can get locally and like not leave the area for. So brands like that, I tend to mark just a little bit lower anyways, because I know somebody's still going to love it, but they can get it local. So I want to make sure that, you know, it has a good price on it so that it goes. Okay, so this item, although it's probably going to be really hard to see on the camera, I can see some staining right in this area. I don't know if that's, you can see it like that. It's just got a little stain right there. It's hardly visible, but I am really strict about stains and rips and tears. And when it comes to stains, pretty much my rule of thumb is the item's been washed, likely. And so, I mean, this I can smell the detergent, so I know that this has been washed. So that stain is very likely permanent. I could try to take it home and do that, but I can't then tag it, and I never want to get anything or anybody's stuff mixed up. So stains I just set to the side and put it back in the box. Now, jeans are kind of tough. So the thing about jeans is they, you know, a lot of times you'll see in the knee area, it'll get a little bit of wear. That glare is killing me. I don't know if I can get rid of it. I can get a little bit of like wear on the knees and sometimes the bottoms of our pants. I'm a little bit more lenient on stuff like that for jeans, just because jeans can be expensive, and if it's just a little bit of wear, they're still good jeans. I also like take a look at the brand. If it's kind of like a cheaper brand, I hate to say that, but a cheaper brand, then I might not put it on the floor, simply because if it's a cheaper brand, then it might not be as well made. Really depends on the brand. And after doing this for about a year now, I've seen a lot of different brands come through, and I've seen kind of how those brands wear, and so I have a pretty good idea of what will last and what won't at this point. These are Ring of Fire, size 6. They've just got just very little, it's like not even worth noting, wear on one knee. So these I will tag. I also check the bottoms. Now these are gathered bottom jeans, so these are less likely to get damaged, but I always check anyway. And so we just check the hems, and then these look good, so I'll tag these too. I guess that's something I didn't say. Oh, huh? Wasn't dry. My tags have like a shiny side, like a smooth side, and then like a matte side. I always do it on the matte side because it dries faster. And I like spread my thumb through that as soon as I put it on there. and I tag it. Didn't want to be tagged. I tag it with the shiny side facing out, because that is the side that my pricing sticker will go on. So just a little tip on that, I guess. And on jeans and stuff like that, I don't go all the way up to this seam. I do I still do on a seam, but it's like down a little bit, because trying to tag through jean seams, no. So these are good, ready for a price. So this item is a boutique item. It's called Spot.Smile. It still has the tag on it, and I'm going to leave that on. I do that for a couple of reasons. One, everybody loves when they can find something still with tags on it in the store. And so I want to leave this tag on. It doesn't have the price tag on it anymore, but it does have the label tag. And so I'm going to leave that on. And while I'm looking at it, one thing about striped clothes, those mess with my eyes too. So white clothes, striped clothes, or patterns, I have to like go look at it in the sun. This material is not very forgiving either, so I think that I would be able to see it kind of right off the bat. Taking a look at the hems, most boutique items have pretty good hems. Every once in a while I'll find a boutique item that doesn't have very good hems, and that's like super rare, which is nice. But that's probably why they're way more expensive. So because this is a boutique item, that's the other thing. When I go to price this item, I will automatically go and just look it up and try to find something similar and see what they're going for, both new and used, and see what happens. Okay, so now I have swimsuits, which right now is summer, August, well, July, end of July, but in Oklahoma it's super hot, so, and it stays super hot for a long time. Swimsuits, I will also say I'm a little bit more lenient with when it comes to like wear and staining. I'm not like super lenient about it, but just a little bit more so. My phone's right. Okay, had to take a short break, take care of some things in the store, but we're back. So I am, just to make things faster, or a long video longer, I guess, I already went through the box and just pulled out the stuff that I said, yes, this can be tagged, ready to go. Put aside like 1 or 2 extra things to take home and see if I could fix. And then this is all the stuff that just needs to be tagged, so we're going to do that, and I'll just talk about anything that comes up. Okay, here we go. So this process is time consuming, mostly because, actually, I missed one, see? Missed something. Oops. So that will go over here. This process is time consuming, but it's time consuming in a good way. I am a huge proponent of, you know, we want stuff to be nice and look nice and last a long time, even if it is secondhand. Kids are really hard on their stuff, but they also grow out of it so fast. So having a sustainable and cheaper option for purchasing children's clothes or toys or what have you, you know, makes a big difference. My son, I think for the first 1.5 years of his life was purely consignment purchased clothing, excuse me, because it just made more financial sense. You know, like I said. Okay, so these shorts are from the store, distressed and frayed. So I will still check for stuff like this. But what I do in that case is I just trim it because it's already reinforced in the back. You might not be able to see it because it's so tiny, but you'll see like this seam here, and then you'll see like a yellow seam. That's a reinforcing stitch. So I will just trim that. Good. This is super cute. I love this. I think that this is such a good idea for kids' shorts that I'm absolutely going to put that on the floor. So, and normally, I will be honest, normally I just fill out a bunch of tags before I start doing this. I just didn't think about it before starting this process. So normally I'm not like doing a tag per each item I look at. So I actually might pause this and do that real fast because, all right. So these shorts tell me that that is not just so stinking cute. And it's underneath this one too, that fabric. Oh, this is such a good idea. I love this. So super cute. Like I said, I just double check. The reinforced stitch looks good. And I will trim those and they will go on the floor and they will not last long. Okay, so this dress is super cute. It's a LuLaRoe, which means it's a boutique item, and LuLaRoe is pretty popular. However, this is again that material that pills really easily, so there's a lot of pilling on this. Additionally, I've noticed that these big, bold, bright patterns, at least this bold, just don't do as well in my store. So while I would love to keep it because it's a LuLaRoe and that's a very nice boutique brand, I just know that it's going to sit and sit and sit and I'm going to end up giving it back to this customer. So I'm going to go ahead and pass on this. I put it in the pile before when I was going through it just because I wanted to really think about it, and the more I think about it, I just know for whatever reason I just not gonna sell well in here. And then the pilling, sometimes I think that that's what people have a hard time getting past, is the pilling of the fabric. So we're gonna go ahead and put this in their box for them to take home. Now this is also a big, bold, and bright pattern, and this is a Carter's brand. It's Place, which is made by Carter's. But this pattern is a little less bold and a little less wild, so I'm going to give this probably a 70-30 chance of selling, 70 in the positive. I actually know quite a few moms whose daughters love to come in and buy dresses that would probably love this dress. So I'm going to go ahead and say, due to the very bland black background with the big bold print, this will do better. It's not as busy. Now, this fabric is a little different. The tag for this has been taken out, but I'm going to venture that it's probably a boutique item as well, just because of the type of fabric. Again, I put this over here because, oh, I see a stain that I missed before. That's the other thing. Big, bold patterns, sometimes you miss the stains. But I'm going to go ahead and fold this up and put it back in their box because, again, it's just, I think the pattern is a little too bold for what people are looking for in my particular store. Okay, so we've gotten back to the swimsuits that I was talking about at the end before I paused to go through the box and then have this stuff to set to the side. Swimsuits I am a little bit more lenient about. Not super lenient, but a little bit more. And the reason is because chlorine can change the color of swimsuits pretty heavily, as well as like going to the beach, stuff like that. Sun exposure, stuff like that. However, when it comes to swimsuits, I will look for pilling, tears, anything like that, because again, kids are playing and so they can be hard on stuff. So I always double check for that. So I guess what I'm saying is I'm less concerned about stainage, just as long as it's not like obviously like a juice stain or something like that. If it's just like some discoloration, that's okay. Okay, and I think I checked this suit, and these are not the same brand, but they just look like they would go together. So in light of that, I think, oh, let me double check the size first. 4'5", 5'6". So this is what I would do in this situation because these are not the same size. I'm not going to pair them together, even though I feel like A, that's probably how it was worn, but B, I'm not going to pair it together because they're different sizes, and I always double check sizes when I go shopping for things like this. So I think what I'm going to do is tag them separately but put them together. So I'll hang them over here together, and then that way when somebody comes up to the counter with it, I can tell them, hey, this is 2 different sizes. Are you okay with that? Because they very well might be, and their child may be 2 different sizes, and you know, I'm 2 different sizes, so why not? So we're going to pair them separately, or we're going to tag them separately, but we will put them together. So for this, I tag the top, and then on the opposite side from the tag, what I do is I tag the bottom to the top. So in the seam, just like everything else, in the seam of the armpit, tag, ta-da. Not the prettiest, but they go together. I don't have to worry about them getting separated or falling off a hanger. So this is just a convenient way. And I will still use a hanger that has clips on it to just like really ensure that it doesn't go anywhere. But I always tag them together anyway. Okay. So that's the entirety of that box. What that means is I have a pile of things that need to go back. I've got a pile of things that I'm going to try and fix, which is like 3 things. And then I've got the pile of stuff that needs to have prices on it. So from this point, what I do is I have it set up in the back where every size has its own like portable clothing rack. And I put it on there by the size that it is. And then as I'm going through all my inventory, which is pretty much daily, I will pull things daily from those racks. The other thing is I have implemented recently a membership program that offers customers or members of that program 48 hours early look, basically. So when I go and tag these items, I take a picture of them, you know, front and back. If they've got specific designs on them, then I'll do a close-up of those, just, you know, your standard pictures. And I post them on our website, and they get 48 hours early access to those items. They can purchase them on the website. They can message me about them, and if they have credit, I can purchase them through their store credit that way. So it's an option for people who, you know, can't get to the store all the time, or, you know, see something that I have and then find out that it's gone already because, you know, it was such a hot item. So this has been something that people have really enjoyed. I really enjoyed doing it. So let's go ahead and end this video here, and I think I'll do a video about people who donate their items later, but that's what this looks like when you come in and you consign at Cowbelles and Cowpokes Consignment. So thanks, guys.